I've been falling asleep to because I told you I still have that obsession with VTubers, right? Still haven't done any money. But the group, like the organization, I guess they realize like, hey, we have a lot of English viewers, and so they created 4 new like English not exclusive, but English speaking VTubers, and so like I've been watching them. They're cute. They're fun. One draws. One's an octopus. She draws. It's fun. They're characters. That's all they are. It's like watching character play.
Darklight Bros are talking about becoming VTubers. I don't understand it.
It's like it's weird. Like I won't deny that it's weird. It's just like a personality. It's a character. That's how I say it. It's like you see this character, they do something that's pleasing to you, which is like either they sound funny, or they are funny, or they're wholesome, or they cuss, or something. It's just that's how I explain it. Like it's just to me it only works if for a VTuber it's like is if you become a different character. But if you're just you being like Pokimane did it, right? She got her own little face rig. I don't really count that because I'm like, you're still you. Like we know it's you. You're just using a face rig, which is fine, nothing wrong with that. But like if like these other ones that I watch, they're like I don't know what they are behind the face rig. And I don't want to know. That's none of my business. I'm just there for the character. And whatever they're playing. That's all it is. It's no different than watching a fake ass YouTuber who, you know, promotes positivity like crazy and then gets outed for pedophilia or some shit like that. It's no different. I don't need to be judged. They give me in these trying times of 2020.
I don't know why you have to defend yourself if you feel this is so innocent.
Cause like I can feel the judgment just because I watch anime girls play video games. That's it.
We're not saying anything.
No, but I can
just going.
I don't understand it. Like I don't understand the appeal. So it's not something I can talk about.
It's like if you talk to me super in depth about, I don't know, Power Rangers or something. I would have the same reaction.
Okay,
he's done that.
I'd just be like,
yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess it's like how Justin gets.
Kind of like how Lo treated me when I talked about Destiny. He's like, yeah.
Or like y'all whenever I talk about fighting games. Oh yeah, that's Like it's like Evan Greenberger.
I actually engage with you with that though.
Yes, you do.
I have some interest.
Yeah, you do. You actually play them. It's like that scene from Good Burger. I understand some of these words. You know, it's like that.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Charge Shot Gamescast. Each and every week, friends gather around, talk about the games and playing, things going on in their lives. Stay out with me, Justin.
Send help. Weasley's eating me.
And Ben.
Jūnen hayainda yo.
Where was that from? Was that Virtua Fighter?
That's Virtua Fighter. Yes, I love you. I love this beautiful man. He knows. He knows me. I didn't think he would know.
It's been a while. It's been a while, but like, I played Yakuza and they had Virtua Fighter, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And so that's like I had to reach deep into my knowledge.
You know what it means in English?
I just kicked your ass.
No,
I don't know.
It does. But it actually means you're 10 years too early. Ergo, you're 10 years behind on me in training. But yeah, that's what it means in English.
Oh,
you're 10 years too early. Oh, I love
just
it.
Schooled you.
Oh, pretty much. Yeah. Just the way Akira just screams it in the game. Jūnen hayainda. Oh my god, I'm getting Virtua Fighter nostalgia. Sorry.
Yeah, that's kind of actually how you have to say it now.
Yeah.
You can't say it any other way.
Just gotta scream it.
Weasley must knock my beer over. I'm upset with him.
He knocked your beer over?
Almost.
Okay, well,
it like fine. Wobbled.
That's okay.
He doesn't know how big he is.
Oh, poor kitty.
Yeah, he's so big.
So what have you been up to, Justin?
Speaking of knocking things over. We have a lot of cats, okay? They're all trouble. I have mostly been in the basement again. I know that's going to keep happening instead of playing games until I get my office done.
Basement.
What?
Yeah, I get. Okay, never mind.
I want to get in my basement. That's the thing.
Trapped in the basement. I'm just trapped in the basement.
At least it's your basement and not your parents' basement.
Yeah.
Right. You're not in the basement.
I'm in a room.
Oh,
it's worse than a
like
basement.
The second floor?
Yes.
Yeah, so see?
I've stayed in a basement, and it was terrifying. I didn't like it.
No, our basement's nice.
Like, nice room. Room is nice. It's just the concept of being below ground freaked me out a little bit. We don't have basements a lot here in Texas. At least where I live.
That's fair.
Basements are awesome because they're cold in the summer.
Yeah.
That's good tech.
And they're just cozy. Partially because of the cold, but ours is only partially underground. Also, like, there are lights down there. Or, windows, I mean.
I was going to say lights. I would hope so.
It's not so bad. There really weren't many lights. We had to... That's one of the things the electrician put in. Anyway. So yeah, I did a bunch of drywalling over the weekend, which was exhausting. I ran out. It's not really a necessary story to tell, but I needed basically one more piece to finish it up, like, properly. So we ended up kind of just, like, finding various scraps from other parts of the basement, like, that have been, cut off or whatever and not used, and just, like, pieced it all together to finish it up. So the plastering was really hard to actually, like, smooth it all out and make it look good. It's not perfect, but I figure I'm gonna have, like, a bunch of, like, artwork and posters and things like that on the walls. It's fine. I have some, those, like, acoustic foam panels to put up there. Like, it looks good enough. I'm not gonna worry about it too much. But yeah, and then I started priming and painting today. And I got my futon, which is really nice. I like the color quite a bit. And yeah, it's cozy in there. It's coming along. I'll probably not finish painting, but I'll probably try to get most of the painting done this weekend and start on the floors. I need the electrician to come back because he forgot to do a light switch, like change out a light switch for me. And I tried to do it myself and I couldn't get it to work. Some weird thing with how the wiring is connected to each other. So I need him to come in before I can put the ceiling in. And he's technically done now, so he's like, on other jobs. So actually getting him back in to do that is a nightmare. But he also left some tools, so you'd think he'd be motivated. Whatever. Anyway, as far as games and stuff, not too much. I haven't had a lot of time. I did play some more Mario Galaxy. That game's still real fun. I have 28 stars, I think.
Good shit.
Somewhere in there. And the one negative about that game is still the water worlds. Like, I never really like water worlds, and like,
yeah,
they're okay in this one because there's some cool, like, gravity stuff involved in it. But at the end of the day, there's only so many things you can do with, like, underwater swimming and stuff.
Yeah. Also, it has the control set to wrong, so that doesn't help.
Yeah, it is. It's weird.
And you can't change it, unlike other games.
But I think that's part of why I have a hard time connecting with Mario Sunshine, because they doubled down. Like, most people don't like water levels in any game. And they're like, hey, we're going to make an entire game that's just water levels. And, like, they're not terrible in Mario Sunshine, but, like, playing Galaxy again reminds me that, like, oh yeah, the water levels are really the only bad levels in Mario games. Because, like, I don't really like the water levels in Mario 64 either. I think they're kind of chunky.
Oh yeah.
There's one where you, like, change the levels, like, throughout, and that one's okay, but it's not amazing. I forget what it's called, but
yeah, no, the levels get worse in Mario 64 the higher you go up.
But then you get Tick-Tock Clock, which is amazing.
It's alright. It's annoying than anything else, in my opinion.
No, I love it. Like, having to go in at different points, like, to change, like...
No, that part is...
time dictates how fast... Like, it's really cool. It's a cool design.
Idea is cool. I just don't... Yeah, it's just annoying traversing through that stage sometimes.
Yeah. In general, I think, like, Mario 64, it shows its age now compared to Galaxy, because in that one, like, you get a star and you're thrown back out of the level, and then you get right back in, and it's basically the exact same level.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes there'll be, like, one enemy that's, moved, or, like, with the Koopa race in Babam Battlefield, like, there's a Koopa there suddenly when you come in. But, like, the levels aren't drastically changed with each star that you jump back in for. So it feels like they don't need to drop you out of the level just to go back in and traverse the same areas again. Yeah. Whereas, like, in Galaxy, you're dropped out of the level after you get a star, but that's because, like, you go back in and you're going to an entirely different part of the galaxy. So, like, it makes sense when, like, each star is located elsewhere that you have to, basically reset the level. But anyway, I'm still really liking that game. I kind of play it, like, in short bursts. Like, after I'm, exhausted from the basement, I'll come up for a little bit at night and play. So I haven't made as much progress as I wanted. But, and then, me and Thomas beat Halo 2 on stream last night.
Yeah, y'all did.
And yeah, like, the stream itself was really fun. I enjoyed that a lot.
It's always fun.
Yeah, it is. But, like, we were screwing around a little bit more than usual, because we knew, like, it was, like, we were, like, 3 missions away from the end, so there was no rush. Plus, there was a few weird glitches that, like, kicked us out of the mission at the very end, for one, and that was super annoying. So it was like, alright, let's speedrun this level, I guess. But, yeah, we beat the game, and I did not realize it was the end until, like, the credits rolled, and it went back to the menu. I was just like, that's the last cutscene. Mm-hmm. He's, like, he gears up to fight, and then it ends.
Don't shoot me, it's me, the John Halo. Now let's fight, look at bad guys, and then that's it.
Yeah.
That's why everyone was mad about that. Ending,
yeah, it's really bad.
I told you. Like, I told you before we even started the game. That
I know, but I didn't know it was going to be that bad. I thought you were exaggerating.
No. And if anything, I guess I underplayed it for you.
It was just... It wasn't even just that it was sudden, and that the final fight was super lame. Like, we took him out, like, he was we had more problems with some of those hunters. Just regular enemies in the level.
Well, hunters are hunters, man. They're fucking... They've always been annoying.
Yeah, but that was the final boss. He should be harder than a random peon.
He's just a random brute guy. With a hammer.
Still. It was sad. We took him out in, like, a minute. And
then next, at least you don't have to wait 3 years for the next game.
Right. Like, that's what sucked. Is like, I was like, I don't feel satisfied. I want to go straight into Halo 3. And then it wasn't installed, so we couldn't start the next game. I had to just stew in the disappointment.
Yeah, I installed ODST that night, actually, because I wanted to jump back into that. Mm-hmm. And I still love the atmosphere of that game, man. Like, when you drop down the drop pod and then you wake up 6 hours after the fight, and you're just running around exploring that area. I can't wait till we finish 3, and then I'm going to force you to play ODST.
I guess. Like I said, it might not be so bad with you.
Yeah.
Because I found it, like, kind of lame and meandering. But, like, with you to, like, just follow you around, it probably won't be so bad.
You're just like, I'm just going to be here and provide the entertainment. Thomas, you go play the game.
Exactly. That's the idea. That's our dynamic.
Yep.
But yeah, that was super disappointing. Like, I can't get over it. Because it's the fact that his final line is, all right, let's finish the fight.
Yeah.
And it ends. It's like, no, finish the fight.
That's what they have to build the marketing around for the third one, is finish the fight.
Man, I'm glad I didn't fucking put up with head nausea to deal with this bullshit.
What was it? At least, like, at the time, Halo 2's multiplayer was really well done, so at least that held people over. But for people like me that didn't really care about the Halo multi, I was left a bit disappointed.
Yeah. And I played a lot more of the Halo 3 multiplayer, because that came out when I was in college. Halo 1 and 2, I didn't, like, own or anything. I just played at a friend's house sometimes. And so, like, that's why I never played the campaigns of those. But 3, I played through the whole campaign co-op, and also played a bunch of multiplayer. So, like, I'm very familiar with that game. I mean, it's been years, but still. Like, I'm super excited to get to it, but I didn't like, I guess it starts off just like so almost standalone that I didn't realize how like unfulfilling like how much of a cliffhanger and a bad cliffhanger that Halo 2 was. Because when you jump into Halo 3, it just kind of feels like it's a new mission. But I think that's it, actually. I played a little bit more 3DS games, but that's not that important. But I do have my 3DS video out that went out this morning, so there's that. You can see the games I was playing.
It's good.
Half of them, at least.
Very good.
Thanks.
Maybe boot up my 3DS and just swap out games and be like, yeah, this is a good fucking console.
Right?
I still love them. I'm glad I still have them.
Yeah, like I was thinking, because like, you know, I make these videos and like I compile all the games together and then I decide like what's going to be in the you know, like 14-7 or 14-8, I guess, and what's going to be in the top 7. And I didn't realize like at the time like what I'd put into each video, I guess. So not to like give too more spoilers or anything, but I kind of accidentally made half of the top 7 Mario games. Like,
underrated games, Mario games on the 3DS.
No, it's not underrated. It's my favorite.
Okay.
Not doing that again. People saying, "Oh, Mario games can't be underrated." Screw you. Yes, they can.
Yeah, hell yeah, they can.
Yeah. There's underrated titles in every series.
Yeah, New Super Mario Bros. For DS is underrated. People sleep. No, New Super Mario Bros. For Wii U is underrated. That game is super fucking good.
I don't think they're underrated, man. Like, they reviewed really well when they came out.
Yeah, but people like maybe the Wii era ones, I think, and the DS era ones. People are like, oh, it's the same game. Like, no, it's not. Numbnuts. That's yeah.
I think you get caught up on the minority a lot.
Well, a lot of times, like what I think of as underrated games are really like forgotten games, like the ones that you know might have done really well at the time, but didn't sell as well as others in the series, and
Gex
people just
2.
don't talk about it anymore.
Well, Gex's is bad, so.
I mean, the first 3D Gex was pretty good.
Was it though, or is that
the original Gex was bad?
Oh, the one on the
like,
the 3DO
3DO or whatever. Yeah, I actually played that on PC back in the day.
Woof.
Yeah, I didn't know it was a 3DO game. I didn't even know what a 3DO was.
Nobody did.
I bought a 3DO game because I thought it ran on my PC, and it didn't, and I was really upset.
Fun fact: Super Turbo was the only home version of Super Turbo that ever come out before the 30th anniversary collections a couple years ago was a 3DO. Every other game was up to Hyper Fighting or new challengers. So little fun fact right there.
All right, is that everything?
Yeah, I think so. That's all I could think of, at least.
Okay, Ben.
God, this is weird because I actually have shit to plug this time. I made a video. It came out, and I want to thank everybody for the warm reception. It was nice. So yeah, go watch that. But what I did, I streamed again. Thomas, I did stream a little bit of Mario on Sunday, but after the something happened. I mean, what was the alerts weren't working or something? Something was going awful, and it put me in a bad mood. So I only streamed for an hour on Sunday. But it was fine. I streamed a little bit of Mario World. That wasn't too bad. But I started my spooky streams with the Walking Dead Telltale game, and I gotta tell you, I don't know what they did on the Switch version, but that shit is dark. Not even story-wise, because it's already dark. But visually, I could not tell you what was going on in certain scenes.
It looks like someone just took a bunch of dark crayons and smushed it over the screen.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still gonna keep playing that version because it's the only version I own. I don't want to buy it again. And I imagine if I was playing in handheld mode, maybe it'd be better. I don't know, but that's graphically wise. That's the only complaint I have. I mean, obviously,
that first season, pretty much the whole thing takes place at night, so that doesn't help.
Even in the daytime scenes,
I don't know, but I was watching I was helping out Ben with some puzzles, and when I went to go check them on the video version, the video walkthroughs, they looked clear, bright, you could actually see what was happening.
And there's no settings in the game in the Switch version to change brightness, which I thought that's very odd. I tried to do that because I didn't realize it was going to be that bleak. Like, and there's a point where you have to figure out how to get through these zombies, and I'll get to the story stuff in a minute. But like, I was like, well, what do? I see this thing, I have to get here, but I can't do it. And then like Thomas pointed out, there's a pillow. I'm like, what fucking pillow? And it's this thing that looks innocuous right there. I'm like, this is why I don't like point and click adventure games. This shit right here.
Yeah.
But I figured it out, and hopefully now I'm observant. I'll be more better for the next stream. But like overall, I liked it. I think I kept getting God, what's his name? Lee's character a little bit too wrong because I kept shifting personality wise, where I'm being mean to some people and I'm being gentle to other people. I thought it was fun. Clementine is adorable, like instantly. The little girl is smart. God, I'm gonna hate Kenny, aren't I? I'm gonna fucking hate Kenny. I know. Because I don't know anything about the series. So
you're gonna hate Duck. You're gonna
I already
be
hate
conflicted.
that. So
you're gonna be conflicted about Kenny because there's some things that you'll like about him and some things you'll not like.
No, I mean, if you saw anybody who saw
Kenny's
the stream,
a complex character.
Yeah, if you saw the first stream, you meet Kenny. So you survive, and you go to actually Herschel from the actual show, The Walking Dead, which I was like, I didn't make that connection, and
he didn't make the connection with Glenn
because he doesn't look like Glenn.
He looks like Glenn, like 100%.
Well,
it's comics characters, not show characters.
Yeah, the comics characters.
Well, in my fairness, I had not read the comic or watched the show in like years, so I have no concept what they look like. For all I knew, is a dude named Glenn. I'm like, why is that? That's odd. I didn't say it out loud. I'm like, that's odd.
He's got the hat. He looks like the Asian guy.
He didn't look Asian to me with that art style.
Really?
But it was fine. I was like, oh shit, that's a nice little touch. Maybe I'm just an idiot. But nice touches that they put him in there, right? That's cool connection for the comic, not necessarily the show. Which fuck the show. Show was awful anyways.
The show was
finally
good for the first 5 seasons.
Ugh,
yeah.
I stopped giving a shit after 2.
We didn't wait for it to get good.
I'm glad I did. But yeah, I thought it was very gripping. I thought it was like very interesting. But yeah, so like you get on this farm, it's nice, and then you meet this guy gives you a ride to his farm, and then you meet Kenny and Duck is described as basically an idiot by his dad, like he's a dumb kid. I'm like, oh no, and so he keeps going on about, I want to ride the tractor. I'm like, I just want to like, will you shut the fuck up? Just please, shut the fuck up. So you go away, and all of a sudden you're screaming.
The lawnmower.
And it's because fucking Duck decided to actually ride the lawnmower, and then zombies were there. And so the guy who helped you is stuck under the zombie, is stuck underneath the fucking tractor. And then Kenny grabs his I'm assuming Duck is 8 to 10 years old, right? He's a big little kid. And instead of helping me move the goddamn tractor, telling his kid to fuck off, because that's what he should have told him to do. And he grabs his kid and he runs with him, and then just fucks off. I'm like, what the fuck, Kenny? I was legit mad on stream. It got me so pissed off. I'm like, fuck you, Kenny. And like, I get it, you want to protect your family, but like, dude, your kid is not like 5. He's 10. He knows that maybe he's that stupid that he doesn't know how to run. But like, and then I let this guy die. I'm like, fuck you. Then you go into this drugstore where Lee's like family used to be, and so you get some emotional moments there, which was really nice. There's some nice, good moments there. And I thought there was like voice acting. It's really, really good. The it creates tension very, very well. I actually kept getting caught off guard because I swear. The Batman Telltale stuff did not go as fast in terms of decision making as this one does. Because it was like, oh shit, what? I have to choose already? Fuck.
Yeah.
Like I caught me off guard a little bit, so I kind of left things unsaid. So, but then, and so I guess I'll talk about my choice at the end. So ultimately, at the end, there's a big zombie thing that you have to survive. And it's really tense. Like it does a good job of making me feel tense, and you can watch the stream VODs and see it on there. I need to upload it on my YouTube channel so people can watch them there forever. And like you have the choice between rescuing Carly, who is this very, very pretty reporter, and her co. I'm assuming it's her coworker because they said they came together. Whose name I already forgotten. Fred. Is it Fred? No. What's his name? Thomas.
Doug.
Yeah, Doug. Who's actually really technically smart. Like he figures out how to use the universal remote to program these TVs from across the street, and it helps you like that. So you're given a choice, Carly or Doug. I chose the woman because I'm horny. Sorry.
He thought with his dick. That's what he did.
Yeah, I thought.
Also, Doug kind of sucks.
Also, because she's good with the gun, so like I need that.
She doesn't know how to put batteries in. How does she operate a gun?
Listen, people are complicated. You know Lois Lane, because I kept calling her Lois Lane because she looks like Lois Lane. Like, she's a reporter, she has short brown hair, she has a spunky attitude. Swear to God, they were thinking of Lois Lane when they were writing her. Which is just right up my, like, oh yes, I will take one, please, alley. So that's why I chose her. I don't know if this game has romance options or not, but I hope it doesn't, because I'm pretty sure if and how I get her killed, because I probably will get her killed, I'm gonna end up crying on stream. No crying yet.
It has decisions of whether or not to let someone live or die. So theoretically, if you keep them alive, maybe you can fall in love with them. But no, there's no romance options.
Okay. Well, I'll fall in love with her in not Lee, but I will. So I've already done it. I'm already smitten. And which what I find ironic because like Doug kind of tells her like, you know, hey, you know, like I like you, and then like she was gonna tell him, and like, no, god damn it, this is awful. Last thing he died was hearing that this sexy reporter liked him. God damn it, now he's a zombie.
Yeah, but also pretty much every character is horrible, so you probably won't care at some point.
Maybe we'll see. But yeah, I like it so far. I've thought about should I do this like once a week, but I think I'm just gonna keep streaming this for October, at least until I beat it, and maybe I'll do a different game if I beat it before October's over. I was thinking of doing Dark Side.
3.5 seasons.
Well, I was only gonna do season 1. I wasn't gonna do all.
Oh.
Yeah, I was only gonna do season 1. I don't stream enough to get through him that fast. Or stream long enough rather. Let's see what else I play. I play more Outer Worlds. I think I'm farther than you, Justin, so I apologize for any...
You already were.
Oh, okay, I was already were? Okay, cool. But I've entered the mythical city of Byzantium, and it's complete opposite of what I thought. But I told this to our one of our good buddies that Halcyon is a pretty ugly place. But the second I stepped in Byzantium, there's this woman who you meet, like she gives you a side quest, and she's like, "Oh, look at this degenerate," you know, and she goes like, you know, people who people who have money earned it, and she basically tells you that she inherited her money, so therefore that's her definition of earning it, and just like hearing the dialogue, it's like the people like it's the ultimate like rich person, like, oh god, you make me squirm, then like all the marauders, all like the religious zealots out in Monarch and all the other places. The people in Byzantium made my fucking skin crawl, like how they were talking. And one of the more fucked up side quests that you find is there's this thing called early retirement, right? And it's like this lady wants you to go find out what's going on, and it leads you into this place. And it's like, oh, it's early retirement. It's you're gonna do this, you're gonna do that. And the second you enter the actual room where early retirement is, they're killing people. They're using robots to kill people, and you just find like people's bodies on the floor. I'm like, what the? Like, just when I think this game can't get any more fucked up, it gets more fucked up. So, unfortunately,
this is like the Logan's Run era of the game.
Kinda, yeah. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen Logan's Run. My dad
such a good movie.
Yeah, no, it is. I need to rewatch it again. Thank goodness Bryan Singer never got his trashy hands on that movie. He wanted to remake it, but glad he did. Yeah, I think I'm near the end. In terms of the story. Honestly, that's gonna be my next video on, is like a kind of talk about where I talk about the game in full and what I liked, what I didn't like, and you know, so Like it got so bad. Like I tried to do a peaceful option to getting like to doing the story mission, but once I saw what they were doing in there, and I won't spoil this part, I was like, okay, let's load up. I'm shooting these fucking guards. Let's go. I don't give a shit. So I just shot up Byzantium. I just shot up all the guards that I could. I didn't shoot any citizens or anything like that. Although I should have, because they're complicit. But I was like, fuck it, let's go. Full renegade. So the board is displeased with me. Oh no, the board doesn't like me. The board can go fuck itself. And then finally, the last thing I played is Super Mario Galaxy. I played a lot more of that this week. I have 85 shines. Shines? What are they called in Galaxy?
Power Stars.
Power Stars. I have 85 stars. So I am close to meeting my goal of unlocking Luigi. I technically beaten the game because I beat Bowser. God, that final boss, while not the most difficult boss ever, visually it's stunning, and then like with the music, oh my god, it's amazing.
The whole game is beautiful.
No, the whole game is beautiful for sure. Like, it was my comfort game all week. It's so great, and it plays so good in handheld, minus having to do like motion control shit. That shit is annoying doing touchscreen stuff.
Yeah, no. I'll stick with the really nice gyro controls.
Yeah, I save those levels for when I get home, which luckily the motion control gimmicks are not the only ones I didn't mind doing for like touch controls was like the blue star thing where it grabs Mario. That's not bad. Using the air to blow the bubble, that's just annoying. Because you have to hold down. And it lets you hold down too much. It's like, but those are few and far between, so it didn't hurt my experience. But God, I swear, like I know people are kind of salty that some people are salty that these games didn't get like full remasters, like the Crash or Spyro or some of the other games. Mario Galaxy didn't fucking need it. Like maybe 64. 64, you could argue that. Hey, could we remake that? Sure.
It definitely did.
Yeah, and maybe Sunshine from a technical standpoint, not necessarily a aesthetic looking standpoint, because the camera in that game, some of the shit I've seen in Sunshine is just busted. I'm like, oh my god, this is as bad as a Sonic game, and like it's horrible.
The thing is, like, as far as Nintendo games are concerned, Mario Sunshine was extremely rushed, and a lot of content was cut. They didn't have the QA time, like. It's kind of a failure as far as like the quality assurance of Nintendo games is concerned.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna still try it, but I'm definitely not gonna 100% it because that just seems like a nightmare. I might even try 64, but I'm not gonna 100% that game because 100 coins can go suck my nuts. Galaxy though doesn't seem that bad because the purple coin missions are all like right there. But yeah, it's a
the green stars are a little tricky sometimes because they're not like spelled out to you. But
the green stars?
Yeah,
I got all those without even trying. I just found them.
Well, I'm just saying, like they don't show up on screen when you go to the galaxy.
Oh,
so
right.
They're the only ones that are kind of hard.
It's a little thing called exploration.
Right.
But yeah, that's all I've been playing this week. Galaxy being the highlight. I will probably stream. Like when I get Luigi, it won't be immediate because God, I don't want to burn myself out on the game because I think I will if I immediately dive in Luigi, I think I will. But when maybe after October, I did like kind of teasing a little bit, but like I've thought about making November like an all Zelda thing where like one day I stream a 3D Zelda game and one day I stream like the only handheld Zelda game I can actually stream is Minish Cap, which I wouldn't mind revisiting that game in all honesty. So technically I've seen Twilight Princess before, but maybe Wind Waker I might stream because I've never streamed that before. We'll see. That's up
you gotta do the Wii U version though.
No, the Wii U version for sure. It's the only version I have. I don't have a GameCube. I don't have the Purple Lunchbox, but
I mean, I have a Wii.
No, I don't have a Wii.
Fair.
It's a Wii U.
I have both versions of Wind Waker because I can play it on my Wii. That's what I meant.
Okay. I don't. But yeah, that's it. Galaxy is the I love Odyssey, right? I love Odyssey. Odyssey is a fantastic game, but in my opinion, I think my personal favorite is Galaxy, just because of the levels. I think are enjoyable, but they're not too cumbersome. Getting all the stars is too cumbersome, and then that Rosalina storybook, man, that shit adds. I mean, I know that's not for everybody, and you don't necessarily come to Mario for a story kind of like that. But man, the second you get to certain parts in that story and you hear that fucking music, dude, I'm like crying, dude, because it like hits hard. Like you don't expect that. I remember crying when I first played it, like in 2012, 13, because I didn't have it on launch or anything, even though I had a Wii. Okay. I never played it until like I bought it for $20, and I never beat it because the disc was bad. So technically, this is the first time I've beaten the game. But yeah, that's it. I'll shut up now.
People sleep on Rosalina's waifu potential.
No, they don't. Are you kidding me? You're not in the wrong community. You're not looking at the right communities, buddy.
Maybe. I feel like Peach gets all the love.
No, Daisy gets all the love. Peach gets
that's
love.
true. That's true.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
But like
no,
my Galaxy Queen could crush me if she wanted. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, Rosalina definitely gets the waifu treat. Just go to some Smash boards and you'll see.
Well then, so I've actually been playing a lot of stuff. I finished off the Control Alan Wake DLC finally, and I haven't talked about that at all here. So the gimmick with that is that the darkness has infected one of the zones, or one of the parts of the bureau, like the Alan Wake darkness. So you go down there, and it still has the gimmick with the light source. So instead of like shining it on enemies and then killing them, it's more of like a progression blocker. So you need to like find the like a lamp somewhere, and you like use your powers to pick it up and then shine the light on it. Stuff like that. It's pretty cool. They brought back the main story here. Like the main antagonist for it is Hartman. I don't know if you guys have played Alan Wake. You know he's the doctor from Alan Wake, the guy who tries to rehabilitate artists who have lost their muse, basically.
They lost their smile?
Yep. And and he ended up getting merged with the darkness itself, so he became like a weird creature that you have to kill at the end eventually. And I enjoyed my time with it, but the ending itself, like, I wasn't very satisfied. It was basically just like a big boss fight at the end, and then that's kind of it. There's a cutscene that says there's a signal coming from somewhere, and it's suspected to be like it's Alan Wake's signal. So like the next section of the Control story is you're gonna go find him.
Does the giant W show up in the sky?
Might as well, right? Yeah, there's a bunch of like side missions I still need to do. There's like stuff that you like stumble along the way and do stuff. Like there's a chain letter that you get and you can make photocopies of and then mail it out everywhere. There's a bunch of side missions that are like really interesting, and I should actually go check those out because I love those in the base game. Control it was one of my favorite things, was the side missions and all the weird stuff you stumble upon. So I finished that. Another thing I played was Mortal Shell. I got a review copy of that, and it's like a Dark Souls type game.
It is Dark Souls.
I think it's actually easier than Dark Souls. Like, if this is your first time, if like you're intimidated of playing one, play this instead.
It looked more that Shell shit looked more complicated than any Dark Souls shit that would throw at you.
Yeah, but I think this is just like a shorter type of game. Like, it seems like it's just got a hub, you know, and then like there's different areas that you go out to from that hub. I haven't played a whole lot of it. I just got to my first dungeon and cleared that out. But yeah, it's like a Dark Souls type of game, except for blocking, it's all about parrying. And you can just be invincible for a short time. Like, there's a button that just hardens you, and then whoever attacks you like bounces off of you, basically, and then you can follow up with a counterattack. It's pretty cool. The whole gimmick of it is that there's different shells that you can get. So I guess each one of them has their own upgrade tree. I need to play more of it, but it's pretty cool. I'm getting my Souls legs back for November. I started off like really struggling, but the more I played of it, the more I got it, and I was able to like get the gameplay down. It's definitely one of those games where you're learning to play while you're playing. And then I also played a lot of Doom Eternal. I think I'm nearly done Doom Eternal. And I really like a lot of aspects of this game. Like, you get a Fortress of Doom that you like upgrade. There's like different rooms that you unlock with Sentinel batteries, and that gives you upgrades. So like your weapon mods and your suit upgrades, stuff like that. It's really cool. The weapons are pretty good. A lot of the same weapons for the previous game and the mods and all that. But there is like a crossbow gun that's like an energy bolt shooter. It's pretty cool. Again, a lot of fast-paced action, a lot of really good action. There's a double dash and a double jump now. So there's like a lot of ways to get around. I just don't think that the levels themselves are all like, they're not as good as 2016 were. What they did in this game is that they really spread them out a lot more. Like, it's like each level is a bigger map. And once you get to the end of the level, you can essentially just like teleport to different sections of the map. So if you can go back and get whatever you lost or you didn't get along the way, which is like, it's both good and bad because it encourages you to like explore, go back to where you were, but also it just feels like it's not as concentrated. Like, it's not go from point A to point B. It's more like go A and then to the end and then hop back around.
It's a looser structure.
Yeah, it encourages a lot more exploration, I think, though. Especially when I don't remember if 2016 had this, but there's different cheat codes that you can enable after you beat the level. So you can go back into the level and you can like enable all the cheat codes that you like. You have to find the cheat codes in the level in order for it to unlock. Though the two that I got that are probably the best are infinite ammo and infinite revives.
See, you didn't mention big head mode, so they're automatically not the best.
Yeah, I missed the goofy cheat codes.
There's the other two I don't really remember. I think one's like infinite like overload, like power or whatever.
That sounds fun. That's cool.
Yeah, I prefer the infinite ammo because I don't have to worry about ammo and I just go around and shoot.
Rip and tear.
Yeah, I hate ammo.
Just constantly shooting. Never stop shooting.
ABS, always be shooting.
Yeah, there you go.
I get to play it next week.
Me too.
Yeah, it's really good. It's coming to Game Pass, so definitely check that out. Yeah, I really like this. Like, it's kind of weird because it's getting into a lot of story and lore in Doom, and if you don't care about any of that stuff, you can pretty much just like ignore it. But if you want to read on it, it's kind of interesting. Especially the stuff with like Samuel Hayden and where he is now. I guess I won't spoil anything for Justin because he might actually finish it.
Ben's gonna get sick in 5 minutes.
Yeah, Ben's gonna get sick in 5 seconds.
I have a bucket. I'm gonna have a bucket, and every time just like, I'm okay. I might miss my stream, but I'm okay.
Your Doom bucket.
Yep.
But there is a one part of the story where you go back to Mars and you fuck up Mars. It's great. I fucking love it. So yeah,
I never beat 2016, but I think I might like this one more because of the progression elements and the exploration focus. With 2016, I felt like it was literally just like you go down a corridor, fight all the enemies, and then keep going down a corridor.
No, there was
like
a lot
A to
of
B structure didn't really work.
There was a lot of like exploration though. Like you had a mini map that you could just pull out and look around and see all the different secrets.
Oh yeah.
There's tons of that kind of stuff.
It's just this is just bigger.
Yeah, it just feels bigger. That's it. It's like they made a sequel and it was bigger.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't really get that sense, but I didn't play super long.
Yeah, I liked what I played of Doom 2016. It's just like, oh god, my head.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's what I've been playing. I've been playing a lot recently. So let's head on into the news. Before that, let's do a little commercial break. And we got a minute.
I didn't talk about Avengers. I just realized that's how forgotten that game is. You know.
Oh yeah, you beat the story.
Yeah, fucking Sentinel. God damn it! Literally a fucking.
It looks like a Sentinel.
Really
Yeah.
is. Like,
I mean,
I mean, I'm gonna give that game more of a chance on PS5, I think, because I just don't like the performance of it on PS4, and maybe they'll have some of the bugs and stuff worked out by then. But I don't remember where I was going with that.
That final mission is the best part of it.
It's really good.
Yeah,
it's Cap switching between the different Avengers, Cap giving orders. Like, dude, why didn't you do more of this? And then this game was, God, you had it. You had it. Like, I didn't mind the earlier missions. Like, those were cool too, right? Where you're like getting to know everybody, but like forcing you to go do other things and then not just do a good solid story. And then you get this cool, dude. I played Portals while that was going on, and oh my god, it fits so perfect. Just like hearing like, and I don't know, like about at least 3 times, it timed perfectly for when I did something cool and the music matched. I wasn't even trying. Oh god. I'll wait for like the story missions and like the DLC characters to see if it progresses, because we're getting Kree shit, which I didn't expect to do. But
yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, it's not really that surprising because we know Captain Marvel's coming.
Right, but considering the game show, they've like been very grounded, so I didn't think we would be getting aliens.
Are we back?
Oh yeah, we've been back for a while now. I was just letting Ben talk about Marvel Avengers. That's all.
Yeah, it's I'm the most conflicted game I've played this year.
I know. Like, it's definitely on my Game of the Year list, but like I don't know.
Oh, I don't even know if it's on mine, dude. I don't even know if it's strong enough to be there.
Oh. I really enjoyed it. It's just rough.
No, don't get me wrong. I liked it, but I'm like, God, why did you fuck it up that bad though?
Well, I mean, Anthem was on my Game of the Year list, so this is definitely going to be there.
Yeah.
I think Avengers is more good than bad, though.
Oh yeah, I think so too.
I'll agree with that.
The endgame stuff, though, man. The endgame stuff is just disappointing.
Right.
Like, the reason why I'm not playing it all that much, like I'm not grinding out stuff, is because their progression system is broken. You do stuff and it doesn't count. Mm-hmm. It's such bullshit.
That's why I'm just waiting for PS5, because they'll have some of the patches and stuff worked out by then.
Yeah, I'll just wait for like to do when the new DLC characters out. I'll play the story stuff there. Maybe do like a mission here and there, but I'm not gonna commit hard.
Yeah, like it can be a games of service that you're not totally committed to. Like you jump in when there's new content, and then you're done. Like you don't have to grind out just because. I mean, it's all free content, so you're still getting your money's worth out of it.
Right.
What else was there I was thinking of? Like the hive stuff is just broken as well. Like you can just go into a hive, get to like level 13 out of 14, and then it's just broken. Like, like you can't finish it. It sucks. And then also, the character passes are broken. There's a lot of broken shit in this game. I finished the Reigning Supreme mission line, which is like the end game mission line, and the payoff for that's not very satisfying. Like it's a neat little cutscene, but like that's all that you get. And I'm gonna spoil it because it's really nothing. It's just Kamala being congratulated that she's an Avenger now. That's it.
Oh.
That's cute though.
Yeah, it's like a neat little thing, but like this is like it's kind of weird that she's being congratulated she's an Avenger when it's an end game thing. You know, like you figure she'd be congratulated for being an Avenger at the end of the game, the campaign.
Oh yeah, you ended the game with her. Like she beat MODOK.
Right, exactly.
She was an Avenger then.
Exactly.
Yeah. Those Stark suits, by the way, fucking sick. Oh my god.
Right?
Those are so cool.
Like I have nitpicks with a few of them. Like I don't like the Black Widow like goggles. But like for the most part, they're all great costumes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this one has. I was looking at the trophy list earlier, and they all seem like doable trophies, like stuff that you would just do eventually, like level up everyone to 50 and stuff like that. But it's just killing my mood of getting all that stuff. Yeah. Like I could be finishing Doom instead of playing more Marvel Avengers.
Yeah, when it feels like it's just a grind and you're not actually progressing anything, there's no point.
Also, like the raid's not out, so I have no reason to grind for anything because I don't know like what the power is for that. Like, should I grind out stuff to get to 150 or should I just stay at 140? Stuff like that. Yeah. Anyways, let's talk about the news.
But first, let's do an ad break. No.
So since we've been talking about superheroes, let's just start off with some disappointing superhero news.
Lovely.
So there's no plan to offer Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered as a standalone PlayStation 5 game. Sony confirms. Essentially the story here is that PlayStation, if you have the PlayStation 4 version of Spider-Man, and you get a PlayStation...
Like the first Spider-Man.
Yeah, like the first... I don't know. Spider-Man. It's called Spider-Man on PlayStation 4.
I know.
But if you have that version and you try to play on the PlayStation 5, you won't get the remastered version. You'll just get the
backwards compatible.
Backwards compatible version. Which we've been talking about even with Control and 505 games. It's weird now because of so many publishers are doing this now, where they're giving you free upgrades, so people are starting to get entitled about it, and yeah, it's not a good look.
Well, this is a weird
Sony.
one specifically because like it's not like the game only exists as a digital download with the Miles Morales game,
right? So you can you can't not get Miles. Basically, you have to get Miles in order to get the remaster.
Right.
It's stupid.
And I don't really understand that. Like, just make this a standalone release also for people that, maybe just, didn't play this game. But I guess they're trying to, people that didn't play this on PS4 or, that did but want, just to have it in their collection. They're trying to bundle it with Miles Morales to help the sales of that game. But I feel like it's not going to need any help. It looks great.
Yeah. If they wanted to be consumer friendly about this, they would have just packed it in for free for Miles and then just charge it a full price game anyways. Not come out and be like, this is a smaller game. It could have been like a Crackdown situation,
Because it's confusing in this way. If you buy just the Miles Morales game by itself, the base version, it's $50, and it's just the game. If you buy the Ultimate Edition, which is $70, it's the Miles Morales game with the Spider-Man Remastered included as a digital download. That's the only difference between the versions.
Yeah.
But they're not putting the Spider-Man Remastered game out as just a standalone $20 game.
I think eventually they'll end up doing that. Because why not?
Yeah.
But I think they want to push people to get their new game,
Yeah. Maybe they think people will buy the cheaper game they already know that looks better versus the newer game that's more expensive. That's shorter.
Yeah. My thing about this is that your saves aren't going to transfer.
Yeah, that's a big ouch, dog.
I get it. It's a different game, but also it's not. I would like to keep my save file, or at least my info anyways.
Isn't it all in the cloud?
It's all in the cloud, man. It's just floating up there.
It's backed up to your PlayStation Plus account.
I can just pull it down from the cloud.
I think the reason, they probably could have just, flipped a switch and that would work.
Yeah.
But they probably want you to re-experience the game with the, with the remastered changes. But, because, I understand that. Why have the remastered game if you've already beaten it?
Because I want to play the DLC. I don't want to beat the game again.
You can still play the DLC, though.
Okay, I don't know how it works, because I don't have the DLC.
I mean, unless they change it, and, they actually, build the DLC into the base game, so you have to play through the whole thing in order. In the game the way it is, you just toggle over in the menu to the DLC screen, and then you load the DLC episodes from there.
Okay.
But they could change that, because, technically the DLC takes place after the end of the game.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I would have liked to have kept my saves. So let's move into something a little more consumer friendly. Well, it's kind of weird because it's not really consumer friendly, but also it is. Xbox now owns ZeniMax, which is the parent company of Bethesda.
Broken Industries.
And Arcane, id, Tango Gameworks, a bunch of different companies.
Yeah. So people that have made the Elder Scrolls, Fallout, Wolfenstein, Doom, Dishonored, Prey, Quake, and Starfield. And all their games are going to be starting to come over to Xbox Game Pass. Because they are now a first-party studio.
What's interesting, though, is this is kind of a special deal, where it's not like they are under the Xbox Studios brand or whatever, but they have put out a bunch of statements saying that this doesn't mean that games will be Xbox exclusive now. Like anything Bethesda or the other companies are already working on will still be multi-plat exclusive, whatever it is currently. Anything new, they will decide on a case-by-case basis how to deliver it.
You know what that
so,
means?
Like, Arcane is working on Deathloop as a PS5 exclusive, right?
Right.
And that's still a PS5 exclusive.
Yep, they have confirmed that's still PS5 exclusive. Same with that Tokyo game. I can't remember what it's actually called.
Oh, yeah.
Tokyo something. Ghostwire, maybe. Something like that.
Yeah, no,
it is Ghostwire. Yeah, Ghostwire Tokyo.
Yeah.
So, like, there's weird stuff like that. But the reason they spent a lot of money on this. It was like,
$7.5 billion.
Yeah. Like, 3 times what they spent on Minecraft, which is a little absurd because that's one, that's one thing.
It's amazing that it's only 1/3.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
like it's a lot of money to not have an exclusivity deal. But
part of the contracts, if anything,
right. Like, also I understand it because it's not very consumer friendly to say, hey, we're going to take all of these studios and hoard them. Because Xbox is all about, like, we just want people to play games. We want them to have the best experience on Xbox, but if they don't play on Xbox, we want them to still have the games. So think about it this way. Bethesda makes a new game that goes multiplat. For Sony to release that game on the PS5, they would have to pay Microsoft money to license the game out. That's still a win-win.
It's funny, yeah, because they'll also have like Microsoft logos on your PlayStation.
Right.
Personally, what I think is going to happen is that whatever deals they have in place are going to get played out, but any future games are going to be exclusive to Xbox because it's a first-party studio. And I think Sony is too petty to go to Microsoft and get whatever multi-platforms.
Yeah. But, like, they said that Bethesda and the rest of them are going to... They mostly focus on Bethesda because they're the biggest name.
Yeah.
But they're going to still have some autonomy. Like, they're not going to be just making Xbox games. They're going to be making their games, and they'll have a deal with Microsoft for releases. So, like, it gives Microsoft Studios the ability to use the tool sets that, are under those labels. But it doesn't necessarily mean that all their games are going to be exclusive. And I think that's a really revolutionary way of doing things.
You know how the Skyrim has the Zelda and stuff on the Switch? Mm-hmm. How cool would it be to get like a Master Chief armor in like the next Skyrim or next Elder Scrolls?
Right, like that kind of stuff is really cool.
Or Big Brain, Doom Guy, and Killer Instinct.
Oh yeah,
I already put Arbiter.
He's got a sword now, by the way, so he can be a lot more melee.
That'd be cool, yeah. But I do like that people are already like shipping Obsidian and Bethesda.
Oh, that shit was
together
hilarious.
For another Fallout game.
All those memes, yeah, it was great.
Yeah. Oh, Obsidian with the great. Like somebody asked them, so does that mean New Vegas 2 is the thing? And Obsidian just replied with the shoulder shrug.
He's like, I don't know.
I'm like, I don't know. Don't do that. Just make more of the Outer Worlds, please. That's a lot better.
I don't know. I mean, you haven't played Fallout New Vegas.
I've played
True, but I know I love this, so I want to make more of the thing that I already like versus exploring something that might make my head hurt.
Fair. Yeah, I think like this is crazy. Like it's revolutionary. It's a huge deal. But I also think it's like surprisingly consumer friendly for a studio acquisition.
For now, it is.
Yeah, for now. We'll see what happens when we get there.
Right.
Also, to keep on with that news is that Elder Scrolls Online will continue exactly how it was. So there's going to be no changes to Elder Scrolls Online, which is great. Just keeping that because that's an MMO, so keeping that consistent across all platforms is pretty key.
Yeah.
Also, we have Xbox Game Pass has topped 15 million subscribers. I believe this is a 5 million increase from April.
Woo!
So, a lot of people are getting Game Pass. That's a lot of... Well, actually, it's $20 here now a month. So, it's a lot of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate.
Mine cancels soon. I took off the auto renew so that when it cancels, I can get one of those like dollar deals to renew it again.
Let me know when you if you see one, share one with me so I can grab that shit. Just so I can have it and add it to my...
Usually it's for new users. That's why I wanted to let it cancel first.
Motherfucker!
Yeah. I've tried to use it before and it makes me bad.
Yeah, it's always...
Because I got like 2 years for like $50 or something like that total. Yeah. And now it's finally almost up, so I want to try to find another deal to get back.
Well, if you ever see that deal again, let me know, and I will.
That was when it first started. It was something where like it took your existing Xbox Live...
Oh, and it merged it, right?
Yeah. And it merged it plus like however many months.
I'll look for those Black Friday new Game Pass deals.
So I bought like a cheap Xbox Live subscription, and then got like the $1 Game Pass deal that extended out the cheap Xbox Live I already had that I had just gotten.
Nice.
Yeah.
So speaking of game subscriptions, Amazon is throwing its hat into the ring with its gaming service called Luna.
This is so random.
So yeah, you can request early access in the US at least. It's kind of like a Game Pass type. It's kind of like a Game Pass mixed with Stadia, yeah, streaming service. But their subscription fee actually gives you games. So it's $5.99 a month during the early access phase. It gives subscribers the ability to play Luna Plus channel games across 2 different devices simultaneously, and it offers 4K 60 FPS on select titles.
Yeah, so this is a little interesting. For one, I like that their controller is just basically a Switch Pro controller.
Yeah, but it has purple on it.
True. But it is interesting because they not only have like kind of a game subscription service, which is the Luna Plus thing, but they have multiple channels. So you can actually, I believe you can actually do like your video streaming services and stuff through this. It acts as like a box. But they're going to be releasing other like gaming channels over time. Like they've announced a Ubisoft one that's coming soon. But those will be separate subscriptions.
That's
so the Luna Plus is one subscription,
yeah.
And then any other channel you also want to subscribe to is another subscription on top of that.
That's interesting because they could easily put Game Pass on it.
Yeah,
and also Uplay Plus and EA Play. Whatever.
It'd probably be the xCloud, but yeah.
But yeah, stuff like that. That's interesting.
Yeah, so that could be really cool if they figure out a way to like combine your existing accounts into this, this larger. Like cloud gaming service.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling it's all going to be original stuff. Because like this Ubisoft channel is a Ubisoft channel. It's not the Uplay Plus service. So that makes me think that they're going to do their own things. And that's kind of weird. But they have the integration with Twitch, which is really cool. So like you can watch Twitch streams and play the games that they're playing. Just straight through Luna.
Remember when Google said they'll do that with YouTube?
Yeah.
Is that there? I don't know.
I don't
think so.
Google never actually does anything.
They just buy things.
Yeah.
Amazon
at least commits.
Amazon says more than 100 games will be available via the Luna Plus channel, and launch titles include Resident Evil 7, Control, Panzer Dragoon, A Plague Tale, Innocence, The Surge 2, Yooka-Laylee, Grid, Abzu, and Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons.
These should be included with your Prime subscription, damn it.
With your Prime subscription.
Yeah. I have a feeling like that's part of, I think this service is part of where they changed Twitch Prime to Prime Gaming.
Mm-hmm.
So that they can branch out outside of just Twitch. So, because I said that like when we had that news, and then they announced this, so I feel like sometimes those Prime Gaming perks are going to be related to Luna, like maybe free like a free month for subscribers or something like that. Those kinds of things to encourage people to use it.
This article has a little bit of the technical aspects of this. Essentially, it's connects directly to the cloud to effortlessly control your game, featuring a multiple antenna design that prioritizes uninterrupted Wi-Fi for lower latency in gaming. Factory testing showed a reduction in round-trip latency when playing Lunar Controller with Cloud Direct versus Lunar Controller via Bluetooth. So it seems like they're getting into more of the Wi-Fi stuff. It reduces the delay from between between 17 to 30 milliseconds among PC, Fire TV, and Mac. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm not sure it'll be a direct competitor with some of the others, because it sounds like it is more Wi-Fi than, like phone data. So it's not really as meant for, like, on the go. But it's a good alternative. Like, the gaming subscription service is a good alternative to buying games piecemeal still.
Mm-hmm. So let's talk about some of the TGS news that came out today. So I'm going to save... Ben, I'm going to save your part for the end. So,
oh yeah, save the best for last, buddy.
Yep. So let's talk about some of the announcements from Tokyo Game Show. We have Nier finally having a release date in April 2021.
Moon Man!
April 23rd, 2021. This is Nier the first game? Nier Replicant? Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
It's like a remaster of the 2010 game.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. It's coming to PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. There was no mention of the next gen consoles, so we'll see if they end up doing that. Next up, we have Resident Evil Village. Capcom is looking into Xbox One and PS4 release alongside next gen.
I honestly didn't know there was a next gen game.
What do you mean? It's been all over the PlayStation 5 trailers.
Well, sorry, I didn't know it was a next gen exclusive game. Because it had been shown for so long, I thought it was current gen, and then will also
need all that graphical power to show off Chris Redfield's new neck beard.
I thought you were going to talk about his abs, but okay.
He has no abs. He's fat in his game.
He's a little bulky. Yeah.
Okay.
He's thick boy. He pudgy boy. Doughboy.
And they also talk about how it's going to be more of an exploration type game.
I like that. Resident Evil 7 was like all like stealth stuff, and it
was all horror, like corridors and stuff like that, like a classic Resident Evil type of game.
Back to basics, motherfucker.
But they were almost going PT with it sometimes.
Well, yeah, it was heavily influenced by PT.
Right. That didn't feel like classic Resident Evil to me.
Well, I mean, in like the level designs, like it's actual horror game again. Resident Evil 6 was not a horror game.
No,
4 wasn't a horror game.
Village sounds like it'll be more about like the puzzles, like actually going around finding things and having to like manipulate items for the puzzle element of it, like the exploration plays into that. Yeah. Which would fit if it's supposed to be kind of playing on Resident Evil 4, because it had a lot of that.
Resident Evil 4 has almost no puzzles. What are you talking about?
There was some stuff. Yeah, it does.
Some, but like compared to like 1 or 2, it's like light on puzzles.
Yeah, it's more actiony than the previous ones in its series, for sure.
Yeah, sorry, I just don't associate Resident Evil 4 with puzzles.
It has a lot of like things to collect.
Yeah, it's not the same thing as a puzzle, though.
Well, no, but I'm saying the exploration element.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess.
Sorry, I said that wrong.
Yeah, okay. I thought we were on the same page.
I was combining exploration and puzzles the whole time, and I shouldn't have been.
This isn't a rare game.
So speaking of confusing things, Kingdom Hearts has another game, Melody of Memory.
It's a rhythm game.
What is this?
It's a rhythm game.
Oh.
It's like all the famous musical tracks from Kingdom Hearts, but like you're actually playing through like a story mode with them weirdly.
It's like the Little Mermaid level, but like a whole game.
Is this canon?
Yeah. It's like Final Fantasy Theatrhythm but
It's
Kingdom
canon.
Hearts.
It's canon.
I mean, of course it is. Every single Kingdom Hearts game is
guarantee
canon.
it's going to still have an absurd story. Somehow.
Oh no! I
Yeah.
thought we were done with 3. What happened?
No. Nah, dude. You think movies end with 3? Hell no.
Listen, the third.
Even the
Kingdom
cell phone
Hearts 3
game is
was not the
canon.
third game in the series. Come on, give me that.
It's like the 12th.
Oh well. It's coming out November 13th, 2020, so get interested in that, I guess.
Switch Boys, not touching it.
Nope.
Why did it has a near... Oh, yeah, Near Incarnation. It's a different Near game.
Yeah, that's a phone.
It's the
it's a
3D
game.
and 2D mobile game, spin-off game.
There was
As
still
long as I
like
can
no information on it.
Yeah, I just want to look at 2B's butt. That's all I care about. Can I do that in this game?
I don't know.
Don't know.
I hope
There's
so.
still no trailer.
If I can, I'll make a game of the year. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna stare at that ass.
Yeah, there wasn't
Ass,
much
ass,
shown.
ass.
It was just basically, like, settings. Which it looks
Yeah.
nice, but, you know... I'd like to see what that game actually is. There was a visual novel announced called Latest Fault. Whatever.
No one cares.
No one cares. Microsoft Flight Simulator is adding Japan World Update. What?
Yeah, a friend of the show, Patrick, was very excited about this update. He visits... Well, I say he visits Japan regularly, but it's been just a few times, like, in the past few years.
More than yeah.
Yeah. More than the average person visits Japan. So he's been playing, a lot of Microsoft Flight Simulator, so he's excited to have these landmarks actually created.
Also, there's a mod that you can put Godzilla in Microsoft Flight Simulator, and now you could do Japan. Yeah, there's a mod. I never put it in the news because I figured y'all don't want to hear me talk about Godzilla on here. I'm
I'll
so
let you know.
dedicated to that. But yeah, so yeah, maybe that the opportunity's there. Put Godzilla in Tokyo in
Yeah.
Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Have him destroy the actual landmarks instead of just the 3D generated landmarks.
Yeah, I don't know how playable he is. I just saw a still. I'm like, oh, that's fucking neat.
Did you check out this new trailer for The Medium?
No, I didn't know there was one.
Okay.
I don't watch CBS.
Wow.
That's a bad joke. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that show's been over for years.
Yeah, that's how behind I am on cable television.
Ben, did you watch this trailer about Gigamesh?
What the hell is that?
Or Gigabash, whatever?
No, I didn't even know. I missed. I only watch whatever Max watched. That's it.
I'm asking you just because you're the resident weeb on the show. So
I didn't see it. I don't know
Resident
what you're talking
Weeble.
about.
okay, that's fine. I'm just saying. I'm asking you specifically because you're the weeb.
No, I didn't. But most of the stuff I saw looked like stuff we already known, so I didn't. I was like, okay, I don't need to look anymore.
All right. So let's get into the big news story for Ben this week.
Hold on, real quick. When does Medium come out again?
Sometime.
I didn't know if there's a
This
release
fall
date
on
on this trailer.
CBS.
No, pre-order now. Okay. Because I was gonna make that my spooky October game, but I think it might come out like late in the month.
Oh, I think it's coming out. Is it
You should stream Dead Space.
Yeah,
That's
you
what
should.
do.
You should stream Dead Space.
I've streamed Dead Space before.
can't do it.
December
Do two.
2020, so it might not even be this year.
What? I thought it was.
No,
Uh-oh.
I didn't think it was this year. But
Well, you can make it your stream game of 2021. There you go.
Huh.
all right, Ben.
All right, so there was a little thing going on for Sega celebrating their 60th anniversary. And they kind of teased this early. I think I talked about it a couple months ago, where they teased specifically a 6, and of course everybody assumed that it was Virtua Fighter 6. Nothing happened. It was just celebrating 60 years of Sega, and reminding us how bad they sucked after the Genesis. But I don't know if this is associated with Tokyo Game Show. Honestly, I don't know 100% sure. But Sega had an event, and in that event, they were talking about like older games and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay. And I didn't watch this live. I watched Max, a video of Max doing it. So Max Moon Dude, by the way. And like it was just kind of weird, kind of moderating panel. Didn't really know what it is. And all of a sudden, you hear And Thomas, I hope you can put this in the video. The when you insert a coin for Virtua Fighter, and I heard that, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And all of a sudden, it's just cuts and of like crowds and trophies and stuff like that. I'm like, "Well, what the? What is this?" And then at the end of this trailer, we are presented with a seemingly redesigned Akira, the main poster boy for Virtua Fighter, staring back at us, and we get an announcement we're getting Virtua Fighter Cross Esports. So Sega is officially entering the world of esports. Here's where it gets crazy though, because like they never said Virtua Fighter 6, but they are reviving the Twitter account for Virtua Fighter. And and this is what the tweet translates to: the Monumental Tower, the case game, is finally back in esports. Virtua Fighter Cross Esports project is announced. Virtua Fighter, which was born as the world's first 3D fighting game in 1983, which yes, it was before Tekken. You wouldn't have Tekken if it wasn't for Virtua Fighter. Will be restarted in Japan to commemorate the 60th anniversary of Sega's establishment. Stay tuned for future updates. So we don't know if this is Virtua Fighter 6. Or if this is a sort of new version of Virtua Fighter 5, which last came out in like 2010, which a lot of people really liked. But the fact that Sega's doing something with Virtua Fighter, and here's the thing that why people think it's Virtua Fighter 6. They were not saying Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown. They weren't mentioning if it was going to include older games or stuff like that. They were very, very fucking coy on if it was a new Virtua Fighter. Like if you would think. Like, they would say, like, hey, it's going to include Virtua Fighter 5 and whatever, right, in this. They didn't. They're being fucking elusive. I swear to fucking Christ, we're going to get Virtua Fighter 6. All the signs point to, like, even if we don't, right, even if we just get a remastered version of Virtua Fighter 5, or if it's not called Virtua Fighter 6, but like a remake, a reboot of Virtua Fighter, like how Mortal Kombat did with MK9, you know how they just called it Mortal Kombat? If they did that, oh my god, I'm just happy that Sega's doing something with it. Because people have been wanting Virtua Fighter for a decade now. A new Virtua Fighter game for 10 years. It's such a good game. It's a hard game, but it's the first Saturn game I ever played. I love that game, and oh god, just the idea that a new Virtua Fighter game could be into an existence, it just had me freak. If Virtua Fighter comes back, if it's announced this year, I'm officially crowning this year to Sega, because I got Panzer Dragoon, I got Streets of Rage, and I got, Shenmue was last year, but I'll count that, and then I get a new, Knights is still a thing, but if I get a new Virtua Fighter, oh my fucking Christ. So, again, I'm like, hype level is okay, try not to go over hype, but they're doing something. And they're not saying what it is. And I swear to God, it better be either reboot or actual Virtua Fighter 6. Just let me do it. Jūnen dayo. Okay, I'm done. That's it. I'm done.
You know what Sega did not announce?
What?
Alright, I'll tell you. A new Super Monkey Ball game. And that's upsetting, because they were supposed to.
Listen, man.
Just saying.
Fuck Super Monkey Ball.
No.
Virtua Fighter hasn't had a game in 10 years, okay?
I mean, Super Monkey Ball hasn't had a good game in
It's
over
got
10
a
years.
remaster recently. It's got something.
No, it had friggin' Banana Blitz remastered, which is the worst one in the series.
That's more than what Virtua Fighter
Don't even
got,
come at me
buddy.
with that. No, there is a new Super Monkey Ball game that is the worst kept secret in gaming now that the Harry Potter game has been announced. And it's called Super Monkey Ball Retro, and they just didn't announce it. Like, it was just pulled from the show. It was supposed to be announced.
Because Virtua Fighter is more important, that's why.
They can announce both.
I'm gonna go listen to Virtua Fighter music now.
I want my new Monkey Ball game.
Virtua Fighter, yes.
Just keeping on with the Sega news. Last news story of the day, we have Sega developing a live-action adaptation based on the Yakuza video game with 1212 Wild Sheep.
Oh no.
I have no idea.
I feel like a movie version of this game would not be interesting.
No.
What?
There's nothing special about it.
I mean, a lot of what makes it special is
side stories.
Is Kiryu.
Yeah.
Is Kiryu. Kiryu holds it together.
But, like, I'm saying a lot of what makes it special is the gaminess of it.
Yes and no. I mean, that stuff's fun, but to me, at least when I played it... I'm sorry, Thomas, I still have beat 0.
Bro, I'm on Yakuza 3, get on my level.
I know, I'm sorry. Look, they're so long, and yeah.
Translating it to a movie just doesn't seem interesting. That's all I'm saying.
I think you could... No, if they did 0, there's a story there. There's a
story with all of them. The first one is like a classic, like, gangster story. Like, your friend killed someone, and you took the blame, and you got in jail, and now you're out. And now there's a whole bunch of shit going down with the Tojo clan. Like, these games have, like, a lot of intricate crime stories to them. So people like me who like crime stories... But is that why people play them? Like mafia-style stuff, like, I would eat it up.
Or do they play them for the weird karaoke minigames?
I mean, that's a big part of it, right? That's a huge draw.
And that kind of thing would be lost in translation.
Right.
But I think the strength of, like, if they manage to keep a Kiryu, whoever they cast to be Kiryu, by the way, I swear to fucking Christ, if a white person even comes up with a near name Kiryu, you fucking back away. Just don't take the job.
It's gonna be Paul Rudd.
No white person on this fucking movie at all.
Do you know who 1212 Wild Sheep is? I have no idea what that is.
I've never heard that company either.
No,
like, this better be all Japanese, like, not even
1212 and Wild Sheep are two separate.
Okay, what is that?
They're entertainment companies. I don't know.
Are they American?
I don't know. I will click on the links about them.
Okay.
All it is news, which is
all Yakuza
about the Yakuza game.
Lovely. They should have a website. You would think, right? Maybe they're, who knows? I agree with Thomas. I think there's enough where, like, maybe the game, like, maybe, like, hard, like, obviously, like, a gamer, like, anybody who plays the games should know going into, if they make a Yakuza movie good, to not expect that shit, for the most part, or, like, the overt zaniness. But from what I played of 0, and I played a good chunk of it, like, there's a cold, like, grounded story that has some good heart moments. Like, I talked about when I last played, not probably when the last time I played it, but when Kiryu has his heart-to-heart talk with his friend Kenichi, about having to leave, and, like, he basically takes the burden on himself, and of course, let alone the stuff with Majima, like, that shit is amazing, and then it gets hilarious. There's stuff there. Yeah, it's just about finding the right pieces.
I don't know. I feel like it would be either overly campy and bad, or too serious and, like, not visually interesting or visually distinct as a Yakuza movie.
I don't think so. I think I played through 4 of these games, or 4 or 5, maybe 5 of these games
0.
So far.
The fact that we don't know either of these companies working on the game or working on the movie doesn't give me much faith in the quality of the movie.
True.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. But I'm saying, but I played through a lot of these games, and they do have, like, a really good core story with a lot of interesting characters, a lot of history to each of the characters. Like they're like, it's set up to be a movie already. It's just
oh yeah,
they have to do the right thing and make it all Japanese because it's a fucking Yakuza.
Yeah. Like they. I don't want to hear any alternate. Like,
they gotta speak Japanese US too because it's
coming in.
Yeah.
None of that. This is like how they made Black Panther, all black.
Yeah, but who is Scarlett Johansson gonna play?
Oh, God. Oh. I will if they cast a white person in any part of this movie, whether or not they're playing a main character or not, I will not see this movie because I'm like, no, just make it about the Yakuza. That's it. You don't need anybody else. Like, just cast Japanese people. That's not hard. That shouldn't be hard.
I think if they need, like, they'll probably go with, like, a, an actual, like, foreign cast, like, accents and all. But I think, like, as far as the cheesiness of the main character, John Cho could be a really good Kiryu. But he would play it like, like an outsider.
He could play. I could see him play, like, if you were, like, talking about an American playing
Yeah.
Kiryu. I could definitely see him like, because Kiryu is like odd, right?
Right.
'Cause you have to have somebody who's like stoic as fuck, right? But like can also be oddly funny.
Yeah, and he has the look.
Yeah.
But he wouldn't do an accent or anything. He doesn't do the stereotypical accents.
Yeah, if I had it my way, it'd be all in Japanese too, subtitles and all. But that's just me. They
Right.
wouldn't do that though.
So it's a hard sell, because you have to have that, like, you have to either be able to sell to Chinese markets or sell to American markets. That's about it.
It's Japanese, but
No,
Well,
I'm saying
China, movie market. Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
This being Japanese makes it a harder sell.
So 12/12, they did scary stories to tell in the dark,
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
and
Did they do one about thermal images?
and then Wild Sheep did the following television series: Quicksand, Sacred Games, and The Rain.
What?
So a lot of low budget, nothing we've heard of.
I don't know what
stuff.
those are.
Yeah.
I've heard of Scary Stories. That was Guillermo.
Yeah, I've heard of
Produced.
scary stories at least.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It was also based on a book series.
maybe the fact that we don't know what they are means that they won't go full Hollywood with it. You know.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I mean, you
that-
always have to
yeah.
start somewhere. You know, you got to get your big
Yeah.
break.
Yeah. I mean, right now is perfect time because the Yakuza franchise has never been hotter. Like, the iron is hot now. And then
By the
have
time the
Sonic
movie
show
comes
up at the
out,
end
it's not
for
going to
a
be
reason.
as hot anymore, though. So
Probably, but maybe it'll relight the fire. But you know how you ignite it is that you have Sonic show up at the post credit
Oh
scene,
god.
looking for Kiryu.
Oh god.
That's how you do. That's how you do it.
We're gonna have a
Started.
Sonic the Hedgehog and Yakuza crossover.
I'm surprised. They go to Sega shops in Yakuza.
A movie crossover.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
No,
I'd be down
I would hate that. I like the Sonic movie, but I would hate that.
with that. No, not even. Okay, yeah, whatever, yeah, sure. I think it'd be fun.
So to end the show on that horrible vision of the future, Justin, where can the people find you?
You can find me if you look for Zero Score on Twitter or YouTube or Twitch. Probably other places, but those are the ones I focus on. Like I said, I have a new video out on my top favorite 3DS games. It's part 1 of 2, so probably in a few weeks I'll have part 2. I have all the footage for it. I just I haven't actually recorded it or anything. It'll probably be the last video in this office, so I want to get it done soon. So it's not like, totally visually different between videos. But yeah, there's that. Go check it out.
And Ben?
I actually have shit to plug this time. Holy crap. Twitter.com/Marvelous Iggy for all things related to the Marvelous One. And if you click the pinned tweet at the very top, you can see my return to content creation, which is the video I've been talking about for at least a year and a half now. Which is Chun-Li for Smash. I made it. It's a thing. I want to thank everybody who's watched it. I did what I could, and I hope that what my rambling managed to get across, because that was important. I originally was going to have a script for it, but I said, and then I woke up at like 1 a.m. on a Monday night, or Tuesday night, because I didn't work the next day. I was like, fuck it, I'm doing it now. I don't care, and I just had this burst of energy, so that's why it's a little like capsated. But it's out now, and you can go watch it, and I appreciate anybody who's watched it. Twitch.tv/Iggy2814, where you can catch my live streams Sundays at 6 p.m. Not 6 p.m. 8 Central Standard Time, and then Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. We'll be doing, because for the foreseeable future, we'll be sticking with The Walking Dead. I'm considering doing Darksiders 3, because I learned that my capture device works with my Xbox One. So I can stream Darksiders 3 because I love that game. Well, love's a strong word. I enjoy that game, and I think it fits the goofy, no, gothic horror. Yeah, it's a nightmarish game, and then of course check out Atomic Shots. Tyler and I are nearing the finale of season 1. I won't go into the details again, but the last episode that the most recent episode just came out. was Godzilla versus Gigan, which is the second Godzilla I ever watched as a youngin', and it's a bloody one, but it was a fun one. And the one that came out, that's coming out next week, is Tyler's first Godzilla movie that he watched when he was a kid, and that is the meme-filled Godzilla versus Megalon. You may not have seen it, but you've seen the memes. Again, and then we're going to close out on the final 2 for season 1, and then we'll go take a 2-week break and go into the Heisei era. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, thank you, everybody. That's it for me. I'm done plugging my shit.
You can follow me, your host Thomas, on Twitter at CanePlayStuff, also on Twitch as CanePlayStuff. We stream this show every Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. You can email me, thomas@charshit.com, for if you want to be a guest on one of our shows. Or if you have a code for us to play your game. You can review our...
Sega.
Yeah, Sega.
Sega, I will take Yakuza 6 if you have it. I'll review it. The shit. 10 it's best.
Alright. You can review our show on Apple Podcasts, anywhere you get podcasts. That helps out greatly. We have a Discord. I don't think I've mentioned that on the show in a long time, but we do. Go to our website, charshot.com. There's a link there that you can just click on, get in. And that's going to be it for me tonight. So until then, guys, enjoy your games. Have a good night.
Wash your hands.
Jūnen da yo!